Let us discuss parent-child relationship in Unix file system. The only user that will by default have its home directory in different location is the root user, whose home directory is /root. /root is another standard subdirectory of the root directory, and it should not be confused with the root directory. For security purpose, even system administrator should have ordinary account with home directory in /home into which they routinely log in, and they should use the root account only when absolutely necessary. When we log on to system, Unix automatically places us in directory is called home directory, and it is created by the system when user account is opened. If we log in using the login name Kumar, we will land up in a directory that could have the path name /home/Kumar. The shell variable home knows our home directory. The command we are using for that in the Unix environment, echo $home will type the display /home/Kumar in the example. The directory Kumar is placed 2 levels below the root. The tilde symbol can refer at any user's home directory and not just our own. Unix encourages us to believe that, like a file, a user is placed in a specific directory of the system on logging in. We can move around from the directory to another, but at any point of time we are located in only one directory. This directory is known as current directory. At any time we should be able to know what our current directory is. The command pwd, nothing but print working directory, tells us what is our current directory is. For that you type in the prompt pwd. And then the last one is parent directory. Directory immediately above the current directory is called the parent directory. Next topic is relationship between parent and child process. When you run the program in your shell, a process is created. The originated process is called parent process of a child. When you run the new shell, you are creating child process under originating shell. The original process is called parent process, and the second process is called the child process. The child process is almost exactly the copy of parent process. Both processes can continue executing from the process where the fork function calls return execution to the main program. At the very top of the file system is a directory called root, which is represented by /. All other files are descendants of roots, nothing but childs. We can view the entire file system as comprising two groups of files. The first group contains the files that are made available during system installation. /bin and /usr/bin. These are directories where all commonly used Unix commands are found. /sbin and /usr/sbin. These directories contain the commands that can only be executed by system administrators. /etc. This directory contains the configuration files of the system. /dev. The directory contains all the device files. These files do not occupy space on disk. /lib and /usr-lib contains all library files in binary form. We will need to link our C program with files in these directories. /usr/include contains standard header files used by C programs. /user/share/man. This is where the man pages are stored. The content of above mentioned directories would change as more software and utilities are added to the system. The user also work with their own files. They write programs, send and receive mails, and also create temporary files. These files are available in second group of files. For example, /tmp, the directories where users are allowed to create temporary files. /var, the variable part of file system, contains all our print jobs and our outgoing and incoming mails. /home, on many systems the users are housed here. The next subtopic is the home variable, the home directory. When we log on to a system, Unix automatically places us in a directory called the home directory. It is created by the system when the user account is opened. If we log in using the login name Kumar, we will land up the directory that could have the path name /home/Kumar. The shell variable home knows our home directory. For that, you are entered in Unix environment, echo space $home, the display /home/Kumar. What we see above is an absolute path name, which is simply a sequence of directory names separated by slashes. The absolute path name shows the file's location with references to the top, that is the root. The slashes act as a delimiter to files and directory names, except that the first slash is a synonym for the root. It is often convenient to refer the file foo located in our home directory as $home/foo, but most of shell also uses the symbol tilde for the purpose. So $home/foo is same as the symbol tilde/foo in these shells. The symbol tilde can refer to any user's home directory and not just our own. If user Sharma has the file foo in his home directory, then Kumar can access it as the symbol tilde Sharma/foo. The idea behind is that the symbol tilde followed by slash refer to one's home directory, but when followed by a string, nothing but, for example, this is the symbol tilde Sharma refer to the home directory of that user represented by the string. Here is an example for how files and directories are created and removed. A file, nothing but ordinary or directory file, is associated with a name and a number called inode number. When directory is created, an entry comprising these two parameters is made in file's parent directory. The entry removed when directory is removed. The same holds good for ordinary files also. In the figure that highlights the effect of how to working the commands mk directory and rm directory, nothing but make directory and remove directory, when creating and removing subdirectory program in /home/Kumar. Here we discuss the path variable and manipulating the path. The path variable is basically a list of directories of computer looks through, find a requested and executable. It's a global variable that can contain a string of different paths separated by a colon or semicolon or a dot. When you type the name of a program without using the absolute path, your computer then uses this variable to understand what directory it should look in to find the executable of the things requesting. A string with the first directory in the list. It will search for a match to what you are requested. For example, hyphen you write, which means that directory that comes first in the path take precedence over directories later and in the list. Since path is essentially just a variable, we can access path on the command line or in script by using $path or right within the bracket path. The $path form a particular helpful when you want to construct something like $echo space $path foo, because running $echo $path foo would try to look for a variable named path foo. Absolute path and relative paths. Absolute path names. Any Unix commands use file and directory names as arguments, which are presumed to exist in the current directory. For instance, the command cat login.sql will work only if file login.sql exists in our current directory. However, if we are placed in /user and want to access login.sql in /home/kumar, we cannot obviously use the above command, but rather the path name of the file cat/home/kumar/login.sql. If first character of the path is nothing but root, the file's location must be determined with respect to root, that is the first slash. Such path name is called absolute path. When we have more than one / in the path name, for each of the such / nothing but the root, we have to descendant one level of the system file, one level of the file system. Thus, Kumar is one level below the home and two level below the root. Now, two files in Unix system can have identical absolute paths. If we have two files with the same name but in different directories, their path names will also be different. Thus, the file /home/kumar/program/c2f.p1 can exist with the file name /home/kumar/safe/c2f2.p. Here, program is subdirectory for Kumar. Once again, safe is also subdirectory for the Kumar, but file names are different, c2.f p1 and c2.f p1. Both are there, but they are coming under separate subdirectories. Like this, we have set the path. That path is called absolute path. Okay, next we move towards relative path names. Consider the following command: cd progs cat login.sql. Here both program and login.sql are presumed to be in current directory. Now, if program also contains a directory script under it, we still do not need to absolute path name to change to that directory. cd program/scripts. Such path names that do not log in with a forward slash are called relative path names. Use dot and use double dot in relative path names. Unix offers a shortcut that uses either a current directory or parent directory as a reference and specifies the path relative to it. A relative path name uses one of these cryptic symbols, dot, a single dot. This represents current directory, dot dot, nothing but two dots that represents the parent directory. Assume that we are placed in /home/kumar/program/data/text. We can use dot dot as an argument to cd to move to the parent directory. Parent directory /home/kumar/program/data/data. Here consider the example. Command pwd/home/kumar/prog/data/text. You will type cd dot dot, that control back to the one place up or one level up, nothing but it shows last text is removed and then it moved to the prompt pwd home/kumar/program/data. This method is compact and more useful when ascending the hierarchies. The command cd dot dot translate this, change your directory to the parent of current directory. We can combine any number of such sets dot dot separated by forward slashes. However, when a forward slash is used with dot dot operator, it acquires a different meaning. Instead of moving down a level, it moves one level up. For instance, to move to /home, we can always use /cd/home. Alternatively, we can also use a relative path, prompt pwd/home/kumar/pis. Then you type cd dot dot /cd dot dot, that usually move to two level up, nothing but move to the pwd home. That indicate that instead of pwd home/kumar/pis, you type cd dot dot /dot dot, that indicate that the command is pwd/home level, nothing but two level is up. Any command which uses current directory as argument can also work with a single dot. This means that the cp command, which also uses the directory as a last argument, can be used with the dots. cp dot dot /sharma/dot profile, a file can begin with a dot. This copies a file profile to the current directory.